Welcome everybody to another episode of Psychotronic Coast to Coast. We literally just stopped rolling on a film called blah 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 blah. The Perils of Live Recording. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. The Perils of Penelope Pitstop. The Perils of Penelope Pitstop. Alright. Welcome everybody to another episode of Psychotronic Coast to Coast. I am Skinslip, that's Owen, and those are some very rowdy cats playing in the background. And I'm going to have to pause my intro to blow my nose. Okay. Anyway, so, we watched a movie called To All a Good Night. A staple of this show is to watch a Christmas-themed horror film in December, and by golly, we fucking did that. Unfortunately, it was filmed in Santa Barbara, California, so there's no goddamn snow. There are Santa Clauses, though, so there's that at least. And, Owen picked this movie. So, Owen,
yes.
What brought you to this movie? How'd you find it?
I searched Christmas horror movies.
Oh, well, that's pretty
Found
simple.
a list, and I'd never seen this one.
Nice. I mean, I'd never seen it before. It was released by, I think, Code Red or Kino or both. And, yeah, I haven't gotten around to watching it until now. So, you know, Christmas horror, hooray! So, why don't you take us through this movie and we'll talk about it.
All right. So it opens up with a girl being chased by a bunch of ladies with knives and axes and Santa mask on, and
Yep.
she runs upstairs and on a balcony, and there's a girl hiding, and she jumps out with a knife, and the girl falls off the balcony. But it was supposed to be just a prank, but that girl died.
Prank gone awry. It's a very common staple of the slasher film. And in fact, as I was noting while we're watching it, there's this center foyer in the film that overlooks like the living room, which is very similar to the one in Until Dawn, the video game for the PS4, which also has an inciting incident of a prank gone awry that has someone get killed, oddly enough. It's pretty common in slasher films and slasher media. So, anyway.
So did we determine if this was a sorority or something?
I think it's the college students away on, like, Christmas vacation.
No, I mean, this is the normal house they live in.
Oh,
'Cause
right.
after
No, you're right.
Yeah. I know it jumps a couple years or whatever, but then a bunch of people are
It's
all
probably a
leaving
sorority,
for
yeah.
Christmas.
It's probably a sorority.
Yeah, because a bunch of people leave, and then there's some girls left behind. But they have some of their own plans. They're gonna have some boys over, but not after we're introduced to some other characters. We're introduced to this woman who's gonna take care of them because the main housewoman is gone.
Yeah.
There's a gardener.
So, like, the
there's
housewoman's
another-
on, like, vacation, so they have, like, a substitute house person.
Yep. And then there's this other girl that we never see again that's there. I don't even know what, she was just hanging out in the kitchen, but
Oh, yeah, that lady. I don't know. She never really did that the Hispanic lady or whatever.
yeah.
She just never showed up again. That's so
I
weird.
got it playing in the background. Finishing school for girls.
Okay, so it's probably a sorority house.
Plymouth, California.
Plymouth?
Is that Plymouth? Couldn't see it. Half the screen's covered, so.
Yeah, it's Plymouth. It's shot in
Yeah.
Santa Barbara, but, you know. It's basically Southern California.
So, here's your introduction. You meet all the girls. They're all hanging around. One of them says she's not feeling well and skips dinner. But really, she's waiting for her boyfriend to show up. And those are your first two deaths.
Yep.
He gets shanked, and then she gets shanked. A little double shanking.
At first, you know, we don't really see him get shanked, but, like, he, like, falls down and, like,
He,
and the camera gets in
slowly
his face.
pushes it in his chest.
But then, like, yeah, when you don't see her get cut, really.
Yeah, she comes outside and like, where are you? And just kind of runs into the knife.
Yeah.
Couldn't see
Anyway,
the person.
it
in
starts
front
out
of him.
really mild, and it doesn't really get too wild, unfortunately. That, you know, and you know, as it's not too surprising because it's only 1980 when this film came out. The slasher boom had just started kicking off at this point. I mean, like it was like it's in full swing at this point. But yeah, a lot of these movies were rushed out, similar plots to ones that already existed prior. So
Yep.
this is just like a bunch of other movies that you've seen.
Now I'm seeing that random free shot we were talking about. That's the killer holding the picture of the dead daughter. You find out
it was our
it's the
hint.
parents. Spoiler.
It's our hint. Yeah, spoiler for the movie. Hello, the killer is the obvious choice. In fact, it's
And that's
funny.
also makes sense why there's two, because the wife is serving dinner to the other girls while there's someone upstairs holding the picture of the dead daughter.
That's right. So. Now, halfway through the movie, I even said, "Oh, I bet you that lady's the killer," because she was like serving dinner, but like she had like some weird reaction that made me think, "Oh, she might be the killer." And then there's at one point where like these two characters are just disparate characters on different ends of the property, and like they kill somebody, and I'm like, there might be two people, and then like a minute later, it's revealed that there are two people. Like, oh my god, I guessed it. But yeah, it was like actually 10 minutes later. But anyway.
Yeah. So we'll skip ahead the book because nothing really happens after that. They just kind of hang around and eat stew, moose soup. It's not really moose soup, but I just wanted to make the moose soup joke.
Moose soup. Ugh.
That's from a viral video. In case you haven't seen Moose Soup Lady.
I haven't, but I have seen the meth makes your dick hard video. Just takes 4 strokes and there's so much cum. Apparently. What?
You could see the Moose Soup video in the same place.
Oh God. Okay.
But yeah, a plane shows up. A bunch of guys get out wearing Santa suits. They're like, haha. I guess the really only point of them wearing Santa suits is so the killer can get a Santa suit.
Yeah.
Because there's really no point of them wearing a Santa suit.
Correct.
But then you get your standard people going and having sex and all that good stuff.
Getting killed one by one. Because, you know, the slasher rule, it's 1980, so the slasher rules are in full swing. So, yeah. If you're promiscuous, you get killed for the most part. And
drinking beer, smoking
doing
weed.
drugs, leaving the room and saying I'll be right back, all that shit. It's all here. It's really early in the slasher boom, so it's veterans of the genre who haven't seen this are going to kind of be bored. I was a little bored, to be honest, because it's a by the numbers slasher, but it's also 1980, so it tends to be by the numbers when the boom's only been around for 1, maybe 2 years. I can't remember when it started. It's either 78 or 79. I think it started right after Halloween, so 78, right? So the slasher was actually in full swing by this time. But still, like, so many of them are by the numbers, but this one definitely is.
But, I see a suit of armor in the corner. I was like, I hope he wears that and kills someone at some point. And then he does it, or her, whichever killer it was.
Yeah, then one of the killers does it. Yeah.
Two people are having sex, and the armor lifts up a crossbow, shoots him, and then axes the girl's head off.
My favorite part is he had time to sneak in the house. I'm just gonna assume it's the guy. Put on the suit of armor, wait until someone started having sex in front of him, and then kill them, and then take the suit of armor off, put it back in the corner, and escape without anyone noticing. And they move the bodies and clean up the mess.
Yep.
But no one noticed in this house, somehow. Movie logic.
Yeah. There's like just your standard stuff. There's a neck slit, there's an axe to the forehead.
I'm going to say the neck slit's actually pretty decent, for the low budget quality of this one. This film's very low budget. So, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, they start getting picked off until there's what?
4?
5?
4 girls and a dude, but one of the girls is insane.
3 girls and 2 dudes.
Yeah, but one of the girls is insane, so the 4th
Not
girl.
yet.
Oh, okay, so it was 3 girls and one of those becomes insane?
Yes.
Or was that a 4th person that was separate?
No.
Okay. Sorry, some of the characters were a bit interchangeable.
Because
You know,
the gardener ends up being dead, who they're trying to set up as the killer, but we weren't buying it.
it's the red herring to the whole movie. Like, it's too obvious. They keep pointing out.
They find him because it's kind of weird. The killer, or killers, has been burying everybody, but they randomly, the gardener's just laying there. So a cop shows up. He puts 2 cops on the job. Some reason one of the girls is hooking up. I assume was her boyfriend, but then she goes upstairs and fucks the cop for some reason.
It's implied earlier that she's kind of promiscuous. It's her thing. And I'm like, whatever. It's her thing.
She goes to shower, finds a decapitated head, starts screaming.
I believe I described her as a free spirit. But yeah.
So her guy sees that they're fucking before the killing. So he goes after the other promiscuous girl, and they go outside. He gets hung. She runs back in.
But see, now you're saying, like, oh, she wasn't strong enough to do that. Like, it wasn't her. It was the other one. It was the guy.
He didn't look that strong either, but sure.
He's stronger.
He was, like, shorter than his wife. But
height does not dictate strength.
He didn't look strong. That's all I'm saying.
Says
for some reason, they didn't kill the girl going to have a shower. She just had a breakdown from seeing a decapitated head.
Yep. Goes insane.
So now you're left with the kind of geeky guy and the 2 girls. And the killer shows up, and she's revealed as the woman that you called.
Yep.
And she's going to kill them all for killing her daughter. And that one girl's like, this is my first year. I don't even know your daughter.
I never met her, yeah. It couldn't possibly be me, but she's fucking insane, so she's not listening, of course.
Yep. I'm trying to remember.
Oh man, Black Ops 4 is $30. Sorry.
Did the other promiscuous girl get killed too?
I think so, yeah.
I don't remember.
It's her and the other survivor girl and the dude are all alive.
Oh yeah. She runs to the plane.
Yeah.
Get the pilot to fly out, and the plane gets turned on, and they get chopped up with the propeller.
That was a pretty cool scene, and that's when I was like, there might be 2 killers. That's the exact scene.
Yeah. So the woman is chasing the blonde girl who doesn't even know her daughter, trying to stab her. Awkward pushing and fighting. And then I make a joke about how she's going to be thrown off the balcony like her daughter. And then it happens.
Except the way it's done is there's a fucking flashback of what actually happened. By the way, out of the blue, she's like, you killed my daughter. And we're like, did they fucking show this? What the hell? And I guess like technically they did, but like... Yeah,
the beginning of the movie.
But like, it feels out of the blue.
Yep.
But just because it's been such a slog up to that point, because we're genre veterans, so it's a little bit harder to enjoy this film. But this would be a really good starter slasher, honestly. Anyway,
they give you the flashback to remind you that's her daughter, and then all of a sudden it cuts to the woman dead on the ground,
flying through the air, screaming. And then cuts to her on the ground, and like, oh, she apparently lunged for her. So that's up to your imagination of her lunging, the girl dodging or something. It's really stupid.
And then you're kind of sitting there like, there's more time. So is the killer going to get up again? But nope. Someone in a Santa suit comes in carrying the dead woman in a Santa suit and says, "You killed my wife and my daughter." And then it's revealed to be the cop.
And it's still the girl from the first year that has never met any of these people.
Yeah. She's like, what the fuck? And then he gets shot with a crossbow from the geeky guy who had disappeared. He ran away for a little while.
I think he was trying to find other people. And then
So they made it. They're leaving the house. And she's like, what about so-and-so? And they're like, we'll send someone back. And then she's dancing all crazy on the balcony because she's insane.
Lost her fucking mind. And it's kind of implied that the sequel with her is the killer. But not really. It's just, yeah.
I thought it was like, oh, is that going to be the other daughter? Or is the geeky guy the
brother?
Brother.
Yeah. That would be great.
Who knows? A whole family of crazy people.
All right, Owen. So, what did you think of the movie?
was a little slow, but it's all right.
Right. I mean,
I
it felt
just
a little
like
slow. Yeah.
I liked when I saw the two parts where like someone used the armor and then it happened and like turn on the plane and they turned on the plane, so that made
uh,
me excited.
would you say this would make a good starter slasher? Like the one that follow
Yeah,
right up, like you watch Halloween, Nightmare, not Elm Street, no, Halloween, Friday the 13th, and then Black Christmas, and you watch this, and then you're like, okay, I see this is like just playing off all those tropes and going with it, you know?
yeah. It's not your most Christmassy slasher because it's
California.
California.
Yeah.
Putting people in Santa suits and having Christmas trees in all the rooms doesn't really
And one strand of lights around the door. Don't forget about that.
doesn't really make it Christmas.
Which is so California, it hurts. By the way, you just
Yeah.
drive by and there's just house after house with like one strand in their tree. Just kind of my favorite one. My favorite California tree decoration is the person who couldn't unball their lights, and so they wrap their lights around the tree and kind of hide the ball behind the tree. So when it's lit up, the tree lights up, but you're like, you look at it and you're like, wait a minute, that person just got lazy. Those fuckers just shoved their ball of lights in their tree and called it a day. That's the kind of Christmas we're talking about.
Man, they didn't even put lights around the palm trees out front.
I also think this would make a good starter slasher. I liked it, though. Like I said, it was a little boring because it was very by the numbers. It's very early in the cycle, so.
I'm watching the end where he got shot with a crossbow, and the bolt is like 3 times as long.
Oh yeah, I know. I noticed that the first time.
Once it hits him. It's good stuff.
One thing to note about this movie, there's 0 gifable moments, I didn't feel like.
Come on.
Really?
The armor.
Who cares? And out of context, it's out of context, it's
Yeah, I'm gifting them anyways.
You would.
You gotta give love.
Gift love.
An axe to the head.
Hey, the axe might be cool. Anyway. Alright, so what do you rate this film?
I gave it 2.5.
I also give it 2.5 out of 5. I think it's solid. There's nothing really here that would be like, oh, this is terrible. Some of the acting's a bit bad, but also some of the relationship interactions with people is actually really well done. These people clearly had chemistry, or some of these people had chemistry with each other. Ah, Jesus Christ!
Oops. Time to wake up.
So yeah, we normally start recording now. This is when we normally start the movie right now. So yeah, so you can clearly tell some of these people had chemistry, but other people just. They're dead sticks with fucking wigs on their heads. Like, it's bad. So it's kind of a mixed bag, I have to say.
The biggest thing to complain about is the day for night shots. Good lord.
Yes, to all a good day for night was what someone on the internet called this, right?
Yeah.
So, that's a very good title. Yeah, so there, like I said, it gesticulates wildly between, like, decent and terrible. So, it's a good movie. I don't think it's as good as Mutilator or Blood Rage, but, or even Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, or even Christmas Evil. I think Christmas Evil was better, too.
Come on, it's better than Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
No, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 is a fucking masterpiece, dude.
It's a pile of garbage that you
Some of
laugh
my
at.
favorite bad movies. Oh, yeah, no, but that makes it entertaining. This isn't bad enough to be bad good, and it's not good enough to be good, right? It's mediocre.
Yes.
That's my point. I said it's not better than Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 because it just doesn't have the same entertainment level. There's almost all the gore is like post action and it's all really cheap. I thought it was an okay movie, but it's no ritual.
This is at least a full movie, unlike Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
Fair point, but what does that say about the half movie that's more entertaining than the full movie? There's no rituals or anything, but I mean, not everyone can be that good.
I don't remember rituals.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Alright. Oh, cool. Okay, so yeah, I think that wraps it up. We are watching the next week. We are watching Hell of the Living Dead, so we can finish off this Rats, Hell of the Living Dead, Bruno Mattei 2-pack. So we'll see you next week, or next recording episode for that. And if you're here on Twitch, I'll see you in just a few minutes. And, yeah. Any last words, Owen?
Nope.
Alright. See you guys next time. Peace!